My name is Jules. I'm with Grow Food Northampton, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make Apple Veggie Wraps. I want to give a shout out first of all to everyone at Bridge Street Elementary, Ryan Road, Leeds, and Jackson Street School. We miss you. We wish we could do this in the classroom with you, but here we are doing it on video. So before we start, I want to talk about two very important rules, which you might have heard if you've cooked with us in the classroom before. The first one is don't yuck anyone's yum. So that means that if you don't like something, that's totally okay, but you don't want to say that it's gross or that it's bad because someone else might like it and that might hurt their feelings. So don't yuck anyone's yum, it's okay, try new things, and if you don't like it, that's totally fine. The second rule, which is especially important right now, is wash your hands before touching any food. So I already washed my hands, but before we start cooking, if everyone wants to go and wash their hands, you can pause the video and make sure that your hands are super clean before we get started. Okay, now that everyone's hands are clean, you all should have gotten this recipe kit. Before we take our ingredients out of the kit, let's go over our materials. So you're going to need one safe knife, or if you need a grown-up to help you with the knife, that's also totally fine. One cutting board, and a plate. And we can take everything out of the bag and make sure that we've got all of our ingredients. One thing you also should have gotten is this recipe card. So this you can keep and make this recipe whenever you want. Now it's time to go over our ingredients. So number one, a tortilla. And you should have 2 flour tortillas or gluten-free tortillas in your recipe kit. In this bag right here. Number 2, 2 to 3 tablespoons of plain hummus. And I'm not going to actually use hummus because I'm allergic to sesame seeds, but we gave everyone a little cup of hummus in your kit, so you should find that there. Number 3, spinach. It's going to be in this other paper bag right here. Number 4, sort of the star of the show, is an apple. If you could see this one, I really like it. It has the leaf on it. I think that's pretty fun. Number 5 is a carrot, and I've got this really fun one. You can also use other vegetables, so radishes, cucumbers, peppers, whatever you've got lying around. If you don't have these ingredients, or if you want to make the wrap again without the kit ingredients, you can put in whatever vegetables you want. And finally, we've got lemon juice, and in these kits we've got a full lemon. So you have plenty of juice. I would not recommend squeezing the entire lemon over your wrap. That'll be a little bit overpowering, but if you want to squeeze just a little bit of juice out of this lemon. Alright, now that we've finished reading our ingredients, let's start off with the recipe. So the first step, and you can see this on your card in the directions section, is lay tortilla flat. So I'm going to take the tortilla out of my bag and put it on my plate. Step number 2, spread hummus on the tortilla, leaving at least an inch on all sides. So I'm not actually going to use hummus because, like I said, I'm allergic, but you can open this up and give it a taste. And if you like it, you can put it on your wrap, and if you don't, that's okay too. But I encourage you to try it. Step number 3, cut up spinach or other greens and place on top of the hummus. My spinach is pretty small, so I'm actually not going to cut mine up. But if you want, you can also tear yours into small pieces, like that, or you can cut it up with your knife. Step 4, slice the apple and other vegetables and squeeze lemon juice on top. So this is a pretty big step, so you can take it slow, take as much time as you need, and be safe. So to make sure that we're being safe with our knives, we're going to use a little trick. You can follow me and make a C with your hand that's not holding the knife, and then put that down on whatever you're cutting. Make sure that your fingers are tucked underneath your knuckles so that you don't get them in between the knife and the food. And then you can just saw back and forth like I'm doing right now. I'm just going to take this piece that I cut off and lay it flat so that it doesn't move around, and then cut it into smaller pieces. I like my apple in pieces that are about this big. The next thing we're going to chop is our carrot. So we're going to do the same thing, and if you're like me, you've probably got a carrot that's pretty big, so you definitely don't need to use all of it. The other thing you can do is peel strips of it with a vegetable peeler, which I don't have with me right now, so I'm just going to cut mine into little pieces like the apple. My carrot pieces are going to be this big, but you can cut them however you like. You can see I've got my apple and my carrot on top. It's starting to look pretty colorful. And we're going to add a little bit of extra flavor with this lemon. So I'm only going to cut off the end of my lemon. You really only need about this much. So I'm going to squeeze this on top of my wrap. So that was step number 5, place the apple and veggies on the tortilla. And then finally we're going to fold up our wraps. So with these tortillas, they're kind of small, so you might just want to fold it like a taco, like this. but you also can try and fold it inwards from the sides and roll it up like a burrito. That way you get a little wrap like this. And then before we eat, you know what we say to each other when we're all eating together is bon appetit, which is French. It basically means enjoy your meal, good eating, however you want to interpret that. So, bon appetit. Now it's just time to clean up. I'm gonna clean off my knife and my cutting board and my plate. I'm gonna compost the apple core and the lemon. As you can see, I ate the rest of the apple. I'm gonna save the carrot for later. If you wanna put other stuff on your wrap, you can put different vegetables, you can put lunch meat, you can put cream cheese instead of hummus, like if you're allergic like me or if you just don't really like it that much. You can experiment all sorts of different ways. There's lots of ways to shake up the Apple Veggie Wrap, and they're all super delicious. And thank you so much for cooking with me. I hope it was tasty, I hope you really liked it, and I hope that I get to see you all soon. Bye!